What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Lawn Shark channel. So today, before we get started on this video, I wanted to put out a couple of disclaimers. So the first disclaimer is that I want to make sure that everybody is very clear in that I recommend that prior to using any products that I put out on any of my videos, that you read the labels and understand how best to apply it for your particular application. I'm using quantities and amounts, and I'm using different methods based off of the needs of my lawn, and you need to do the same. So please don't take this video and then turn around and use the exact same quantities, because the reality of it is that I live in Middle Tennessee. You may live in another part of the country. You may have different regulations. You may have a lot of different things going on. And so you really do need to read these labels and understand them very carefully before you apply them to your particular property. The same thing goes with the quantities, because the quantities that I use may not be appropriate for your particular plants or for your particular lawn. So I want to make sure I put that out there. Read the label, understand what you're doing prior to putting it out there. The purpose of this video is simply informational about what the products actually do and also how they're going to be used for my particular property. So the other disclaimer that I want to put out there is that I am not sponsored by any of these products. I'm not being paid to use any of them. I am simply using the products that I've done research on and found that they will work best for my particular application and for my particular property. With that, I do have some affiliate links down in the description below. So all that simply says is that they are Amazon links, and if you use those links, I will get a small commission for the purchase of those products. Now, don't feel any obligation whatsoever to use any of those links. You can use your own links on Amazon or somewhere other site that you may choose. You can also go to any big box store and purchase these pretty readily. You can use a garden center or Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. I'm sure that you can find all of these products there if that's where you would prefer to go. So by no means feel any obligation to use those links. The links are simply there for you to use as a convenience item, and also in case you want to get more information about a certain product, see what it looks like, and use it as a reference when you go out to buy your own products. But just letting you know, if you use those links, I will get paid a little bit of a commission for it, just probably a couple bucks for each one of these. So I would appreciate it if you did, but by no means am I asking you to do that, or you should feel obligated to do so. So with that, let's get started with this video. So today's video, we are going to be talking about insecticides. So last year I used 3 of these products and they were very effective for me, and that's why I'm going to be using them again. And I'm also going to introduce a 4th product. So I'm going to go through these very quickly and I'm going to show you how I use them. I am not going to talk about measurements at all, because again, for my particular lawn, it's going to be very different than yours. I have 4,500 square feet. I have Bermuda in the front. I have fescue in the back. And I have different kinds of trees here that you may not have. And I have different kinds of shrubs that you may not have. And so I want to make sure that you understand that you need to figure out what you need to do with your lawn and with your plants in particular. But for me, I have a few different issues that I have in my lawn. And then the other thing I want to make sure that you all understand is that I am not a big chemical guy. I know it sounds like I am. I will fertilize, I will do herbicides, and I will do insecticides, but I do as little as possible, and I only use them when I absolutely positively have to use them. So one of the products that we're going to start off with today is fire ant preventer. For fire ants, what I use is the Amdro product. And the reason why I like this product is because it is not a product that I'm going to spread all over my lawn. I'm going to be targeting the fire ant hills in particular. In fact, in my lawn, I had a couple of hills I found already this season, and one of those hills I found in one of my sprinkler valve boxes, and so I was able to go in there and sprinkle this on the hill, and that should take care of it. The reason why this product is so effective is because the ants think that it's food. They will take it, they will bring it into their colony, they will spread it to all the other ants in the colony, and that will take care of killing all of the fire ants in that particular hill. So I don't like putting this stuff out all over the lawn. In fact, you're not supposed to do this all over your lawn. You're supposed to target the hills specifically because of the fact that it does mimic food, and then it is able to take care of it for you in that way. So next product I want to talk about is this 7 granular. So the reason why I like this product is it's more of a general insecticide that I will use at the beginning of the season, and it will last for up to 3 months, and it takes care of a broad variety of insects throughout your lawn. So I've got these big black ants, I've got different kinds of bugs that are all over the grass. When I'm mowing, they will come up, and this will take care of a lot of those different bugs. If you're trying to target something, make sure that this is the right product for you. Now the thing I like about this is that you basically just put it inside of your spreader and you spread it out throughout your entire lawn. You'll water it in, and you make sure that you do a broad application throughout your entire lawn to take care of that entire property. Like I said, this product is a slow release product. It is great because I only have to apply it once, maybe twice towards the end of the season, and that should take care of you for the entire year. As I mentioned, I used this product last year and I had great results, and it seemed to take care of all the different things that I had going on, including black ants and those flying insects that will come out of the lawn while I'm mowing. Product number 3 is Cutter Backyard Bug Control. And the reason why I use this product and the reason why I'm facing back here is because this will take care of a lot of your flying insects. I like this product in particular because it is a hose in. You hook it up to the end of your hose and you spray it all over the areas that you feel are most affected in your lawn. For me, back here behind my shed is a breeding ground for mosquitoes. And the reason why is because I have all of this ground cover and it tends to stay wet back there, which is a perfect place for the larvae of mosquitoes to grow. Another place that's really good for you to apply this is in all of your shrubs, the hill that's back here, and then anything that's around your house. But I will also spray this into the lawn. The nice thing about using this in conjunction with the granular that I just showed you is that that granular does require you to water it in. This kind of gets things moving because you'll get this into the lawn and then you'll also be able to water in that granular. So usually what I'll do is I'll put the granular down first and then I'll come in behind and put this stuff in, and then this usually takes care of mosquitoes for 12 weeks is what it says. I'll be honest with you, I think I got about 2 months that were pretty effective, and then I had to come through and spray it again. But again, it's not one of those products that I'm gonna have to do every week or on a really regular basis. It happens to work quite well for a long period of time, and I think 2 applications of this is quite sufficient for the entire year. Even though it does say 12 weeks, which would be 3 months, I would do it every 2 months, and that seems to work really well for me. But again, if you have any mosquito issues, if you have any flying insect issues that you want to take care of, this is a really, really good product, and I highly recommend it. So finally, let's talk about the last area of concern that I have for my lawn. So the previous 3 products that I just talked about, I've used them in the past. In fact, I have a video that I put out last year, and I will put it up in the eye over here if you want to check out that video and see how I used these products last year. And then this year I'm introducing a 4th product. And the reason why I'm introducing this product is because if you'll remember a couple years ago, I had a really bad aphid problem. Now these aphids, they're these little white flying insects that they are pretty harmless in the sense that they're not biting insects. They just get on everything. The biggest issue with the aphids is that, number one, they produce a lot of eggs all over the place. In fact, I've got my crepe myrtles up in the front. There's a ton of eggs that were on there last year. In fact, they're still on there and I need to spray them off and clear them. But they also fly and then get into the leaves, and it secretes a sticky substance that's called honeydew. In fact, it's very sweet and it gets on everything. It makes a mess of my vehicles, it makes a mess of my patio furniture. But the biggest issue, not beyond the mess, is that it also causes a lot of black mold to grow inside of that secretion. And so you end up getting black stuff on everything. My shrubs last year up in the front, underneath those crepe myrtles, were getting black from that mold. And then also I can show you one of my tables that's still covered in black stuff, even though we killed all of the mold. It stained the marble on the table. And so you want to make sure that you don't have this stuff around because it is a mess. And of course, you know, nobody wants black mold around because it can be a health hazard. So this year what I'm going to be using is this Bio Advanced 12-month tree and shrub protect and feed. Now the thing I like about this particular product is that it is a granular product and that you target specifically around the trees. It is a systemic product, which simply means that by treating the plant, whether it's the shrub or the tree or whatever, this is absorbed through the tree and through that plant, and then it takes care of the insects themselves. So it is systemic, it is done through the system of the plant. And that's one of the things that I really like about it, because I'm not trying to kill the bugs directly, I'm trying to kill where it is that they're trying to reside. And so I'm going to be putting this stuff around all of my trees and around all of my shrubs. Now, there are calculators on the back of this product and it tells you exactly how much you should be using. I'll be using a very specific amount. based off of what my shrub size is or what my tree size is. And I think it looks at both the tree trunk size if you're putting it around trees, or it's looking at the size of the shrub, the height, the circumference. And so based off of those calculations, it'll tell you exactly how much to put down. So we'll be working on that, and that'll probably be the last thing that I do before I spray the cutter product, because again, those are things that need to be watered in. And so it's a good way to start the watering process in is by putting this stuff down first and then going through and watering it all in. Aphids are probably one of the biggest things that I've had an issue with this past couple of years. My neighbor took care of the trees behind me the last few years and has done a great job for me, and I haven't had to worry about that. But the big reason why I'm doing this year is because in the front, I was starting to have problems this past year, and I don't want that problem again. All right, folks, that's pretty much it. That is the plan for insecticide for this year. I'm sure that we'll run into other things and I'll have to do some research to figure out what those are. But these are the types of things that I know that I'm gonna have to deal with this year, and I'm trying to get out ahead of it. I'm also trying not to put down too much product, and I don't wanna do it every other week. I wanna make sure that I do it once, maybe twice in the entire season, and I should be set for the entire year. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions, please feel free to comment down below. I try to answer and acknowledge every single comment that goes through any of my videos. You can also email me. I have my email address down in the description, but probably the best thing to do is comment, because that way other people can see those interactions and get answers to some of their questions just by reading the comments. I know that's a lot of information, and hopefully this video was short enough that it was able to give you a general understanding of how to use things. I can't stress to you enough how much I recommend that you read the label prior to using any of these products in your lawn. I'm also happy to hear in the comments down below any products that you may suggest as well. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would really appreciate a like. And if I have earned your subscription through this video or other videos, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe down below as well. And if you want to be notified of future videos, don't forget to hit that bell, and we will see you on the next one. Have a great week, everybody.